Great. Good evening, friends. Pleasure to have you this Thursday afternoon on our channel, Mirror Wisdom Reflected. We have some very prominent people regularly speaking to us and giving us various kinds of information about how can we make our life better. During this pandemic, it has taught us a lot of good things and bad things. There has been a lot of fitness which has overall grown in this country. People have got aware. Like I remember when I was doing medicine in the 80s, there was not very great amount of awareness, including KM Hospital never had a gym. We are a very small place. Now you can see gyms flourishing across the places, multiple trainers, but yet quite a few people have not understood the real meaning of fitness. And that's why Ali says, stretch or you'll need a stretcher. Ali Irani is a very famous physiotherapist from Bombay. He heads the Department of Physiotherapy at Nanavati Hospital. He has multiple accolades to his name, but I'll be listing a few. Otherwise, it'll take the next 1 hour to see what Ali is doing overall in life. Ali was the man who has been responsible for getting Nanavati Hospital Physiotherapy Department to what it is. His absolute dedication, devotion, concentration, application. He was like a dedicated one down batsman for the physiotherapy department, not for physiotherapy, but for Nanavati Hospital itself also. And he has been the head of the department sport medicine for as long as one can understand in Nanavati Hospital. He's the chairperson of the International Affairs Indians Association of Physiotherapists, and he's the principal of the NMIS University. Most important, the experience considered, he started off and became the physiotherapist to the Indian cricket team for almost 1 decade, which is a very long period to have survived with the Indian cricket team. And he was the man on scene every time I remember seeing cricket 5 days matches. There wasn't a T20 or a 50 over or 25 over match. There used to be a full 5 day match, and Ali used to be there always running on the field. And it was a pleasure to see him. He has worked on the board of NMIMS University. He has set up physiotherapy and rehabilitation center in Bhuj, Gujarat. After the massive earthquake in Bhuj, Gujarat, Ali has always had a very soft side of him, always ready to help the society, always ready to go out of his way to help people. I've never ever seen any discrimination in the department of physiotherapy in Nanavati between a poor person and a rich person. I mean, he has all politicians, police, cricket team, you name everybody, from Shah Khan to Sachin Tendulkar. All of them have been a part of his faculty who have come for his treatment and his advice. But he has remained the same low profile, humble human being at any given point of time. He has been a PhD guide at various universities across India and lecturer on disaster management along holding rural physiotherapy camps. To his achievements goes the awards for the Hitra Rat Oration Award in 1994 for achievements made in the field of physiotherapy, Lifetime Achievement Award by the Indian Association of Physiotherapy in 2004. He's been awarded the fellowship by the Indian Association of Sports Medicine in 2005. In 2011, he was awarded by the Government of India the Best Citizens Award in 2011. Now you can imagine how many things Ali has on his shoulders to deal with, but yet he remains the same humble human being. Ali, welcome to the show. Thanks very much for being with us this evening.
Thank you. Good evening, Dr. Himanshu. Thank you for your kind words. And very good evening to everybody who is attending. Today, I hope by the time our talks end, we will be no new concepts of different exercises and stretching, few mantras to fight the COVID-19. If I have survived 6 months at COVID hospital, going there every day, so maybe all of you all should know what is the mantra behind it, and we can all survive. Why wait for the vaccine? By the time the vaccine come, COVID-20 may come. So let's immune ourselves. Let's stretch ourselves. Know the basic exercises. I am all yours, Dr. Himanshu.
Wonderful. Ali, you are the live prime example of a COVID fighter sitting right there in the auspices of Nanavati Hospital with your full batch of students,
Yes.
and all of them treating them patients in the ward, not on a Zoom meet, directly one-to-one correspondence. And you survived all that, and you're here laughing and telling everybody. It's a easy way out. Don't get so upset. Don't get so worried. It's not that bad. You must follow a few principles. Remain happy. Increase your immunity, and how we can face the world in the days of COVID and otherwise fitness also. But Ali, let me ask you a few interesting questions. I heard that I have met your father. Nanavati, I've been for 30 years now. I've met your father, a very humble human being sitting in one corner in the canteen. But friends, I must tell you one thing. Every time I go to Ali at physiotherapy, whenever I want a coconut water, I go there. The first thing is offers, Himanshu, what do you want? Coconut water. And when I'm running out of saffron, I go to Ali's center. He gets me that Iranian saffron for me. Thanks, Ali. So, Ali, what is your memory way back when you were studying with your father at Nanavati Hospital and running the canteen?
We were told that after school, 1:30, I was in St. Xavier's, Villeparle, come back home, staying at Irla, do our homeworks, and our mother used to tell us to go to the canteen to help our father. So at 4 o'clock evening, by the time we reached the canteen, I was either the waiter or I was the dishwasher. Something I had to do till I come back home. So I've grown up in that canteen, seeing you all in white aprons. And so there was a mission behind it. Yes, one day I would come to the canteen instead of me serving all the doctors. At least I can sit in the canteen. So I started that way.
Wonderful, brilliant. I mean, you're always remaining humble because of that, and that's the beautiful part. We just still all doctors enjoy Nanavati canteen, sitting in one corner and maybe ordering a cup of chai and the brown muska with Dr.
Yes.
Galwankar early morning.
Yes. Burun Maskaya.
Brown muska.
Wow. Dr.
Yes,
Galwankar will be remembered always.
yes. So tell me, why did you take a physiotherapy, Ali?
I was in 12th standard, Bhavan's College, used to play football for my college team. I used to play in school also, Xavier's. Then Bhavan's, when I joined playing, I got injured. I injured my knee and I was referred to a physiotherapy. So, of course, I came to Nanavati Hospital. We had Dr. Anand Doshi, not the current one, Anand Joshi. He was Anand Doshi. May God rest his soul in peace. It's not there. And he gave me the first click. He told me we don't have a physiotherapist specializing in sports. So if there was a sports physiotherapist, it would have been easy to know what's wrong with you and treat you. So that was my first click. I will go for sports.
There was not a single person, I'm sure, when you took this offbeat branch. Nobody had even heard of sports medicine.
There were, when I did it, there were only 7 colleges in the country. By the time I joined Indian cricket team, now there are 250 colleges of physiotherapy.
Oh, wow. So you are a pioneering in setting up the whole institution called sports medicine in the country, more or less. That's why they invite you every
Yes.
time, everywhere.
I was
Wonderful.
the first. I was the first physiotherapist in any sports team in our country.
Oh,
Earlier, an orthopedic surgeon is to go, or any other specialist is to go with the team as a doctor.
brilliant. So that must have been phenomenal to start something different when the world never even knew about it. People, they call it these days the fancy name called a startup. But this was not a startup. This was a tangential thinking and doing something brilliant on your own. And that's how you have reached where you have. Wonderful. Good to
Thank
hear
you.
that, Ali. And you've been really dedicated to that. What was you were always a leader. I can see that. You always love leadership, but quietly. You stay behind, but you're the leader what was your experience during college time, undergrad and postgrad days?
I think so. Even in school, I should play all the sports. Jack of all. So wherever there was somebody needed, so I was in the team. But at school 11, 12th level, yes, I could do 10,000 meters, 5,000 meters running. I've done for school. I've done for Bhavan's College. And I have even within three, either I was first or second. Then, yes, as far as it was sports and games, I would not say that I had limited. What I really didn't play well was cricket, and I landed up treating the cricketers.
Wonderful, Ravi. But before I go to cricket, I want to ask you. You have Iran is very close to your heart. You keep going there regularly. Your Iranian
Uh,
origin.
Yeah, my father came from Iran maybe before the independence. So after independence, they had a choice. So he selected to be Indian. But I had my relatives there. So in vacation, we were sent there. So one that two, and then there's a saying that where do you belong? And you can say I'm not yet married. So when I got married, the girl was from Iran. and that makes me going regularly. So I have daughters who are studying there in the university.
Oh, lovely. Oh,
Yes.
fantastic. So he has definitely got. But one thing, friends, I must tell you at this time, Vindu, don't hide. Come on the screen, Vindu, if you are there. He'll also agree with me that Ali is always surrounded by pretty girls. He's got his wife, he's got his daughters around, and the physiotherapy department in Nanavati Hospital is the envy of everyone. The only place where there is greenery and there are pretty girls walking around throughout. And over the years, 30 years that I've seen, all those girls have never changed. They all new ones and all are gaga over Ali. Ali, what is this secret that you have? We all want to learn.
In 12th, I was doing a folk dance for my Bhavan's college. I was doing a separate folk dance, but there was another folk dance which was Garba and Dandiya. So they requested me whether I could be the Krishna and stand in between. I had to do nothing. So I think so that changed everything.
So then, Vidu is listening to that. No, see, that's it. How
Yeah.
he has done this, and still remain the Kanaya, Krishna, absolutely. Of
Bindu, I must be seeing him for the last 25 years. I have seen his dad, God bless
Yes.
his soul,
Mother.
Dara
Vidu,
Mother.
Singh,
come on
yeah,
screen.
mother.
Don't keep. Come on the screen, Vidu. Don't stop the video. Come on in.
Where is the screen? Hey, here,
Yeah,
where's
now.
my video?
Now, but you are not there.
I'm
Yeah,
seeing y'all. I'm
Name
watching
has
y'all.
come. So you have
And
to put your video on.
friends, we have Vindu here with us who has been kind enough to join. He is none other than Vindu Dara Singh, and Dara Singh needs no introduction to what fitness is and what bodybuilding is in this world. Vindu is no less. He's an absolute man who comes to the gym to work out. Phenomenal workout that he does, and it's a pleasure to have him on screen. Vindu, thanks for being here together with us.
And I
yes,
want him to continue. Windu, I want you to continue gym and all that because the more you go, more you get injured and come to us.
I must tell you all, why is it straight?
Yes.
Doctor Sahab, I must tell you all that Dr. Ali Lari is my go-to man. My entire family, my father, my mother, me, anybody. If we have any problem, it's just Dr. Ali Rani. So he's like family to us, and it's wonderful. Dr. Himanshu is with me in the club. So these two doctors, when I saw that this is happening today, I said I have to listen to them because it's always wonderful to listen to you and just understand how simple it is to make a sports injury okay. I get tennis elbow, Dr. Ali Rani fixes it. I break my leg, he fixes it. And it's wonderful that everybody is treated absolutely properly. They're equal. It is true, and he doesn't want to rip off anybody. There's very, very minimal charges. So we are proud that Dr. Ali Rani is a wonderful doctor who we all love.
Thanks, Vindu, for your kind words for Ali. That's a pleasure.
Yeah.
Ali, now coming to fitness levels today. I've seen a lot of gym goers and my friends who are regularly going to the gym, but because of the gym being stopped, they all lost a lot of weight, 4 or 5 kgs. But I realized that was muscle weight which they lost, and that is what unfortunate part which has happened. Not the fat so much as the muscle weight. And there are others who are not gymming who actually put on weight. Now, tell me during COVID times, what is the best way to remain fit?
See, if you really want to know about when I'm talking about to be remain fit in COVID, I want everybody to know that COVID for the first 3-4 days is at your throat level. If you cannot defend it there, it goes to your lungs. Himanshu, maybe it will be surprising to you. Most of the Indians, our vital capacity, our lung can take air up to 4.5 liter to 5 liter. When you take in air, do you know most of the Indians are less than 2 liters? Right? I blame the government because there is no tax on breathing. We are Indians. If we pay for breathing, then we will start taking deep breaths.
Then we will value it. We will value that
We'll
only then.
value it.
So we learned in anatomy the dead space of the lungs. We have one-third of the lung
Simple,
which is dead space.
simple test, spirometer. You have to breathe in. You will come to know what is your vital capacity. So if we are talking about stretching today, if we are talking about fitness today, my first priority for stretching or fitness, it's going to be our lungs. People who had COVID-19 in the month of April and May, They are coming back with a lung problem. Those who were positive became negative, but lung was still not healed. So my request to everybody is regularly do the test, take a deep breath, hold it in for the count of 15. And with the count of 15, if you don't cough, you don't feel breathless, at least it's good. Now, if I have to show you a simple exercise to stretch your lungs, is take a deep breath through your nose. And when you come out with a hissing sound. Keep coming out, and you should, I feel, at least do it for 45 seconds to 1 minute. So to have a good capacity.
Ali, you breathe through the nose and you breathe out through the mouth. Is that what you are saying? Yeah.
Hissing sound. You come out with a hissing sound. So
Correct.
you know why we breathe? We breathe because of just that 20%, 20.78% of oxygen in the air. So if the air goes to the base of the lungs, hits the impure blood, the blood becomes pure, goes to the heart, and heart supplies it to all over the body. But because our vital capacity has just become 1 liter, 1.5 liter, or 2 liter, you watch any of the COVID patients, they are less than 1.5 liter, they are less than 1 liter. So because the lung is almost collapsing. But why today the people who are doing pranayam, breathing exercises, they don't get COVID? Marathon runners have not got COVID. The sports people have not got COVID. Many of your gym goers must have not got COVID. It was because of the good vital capacity. So the base is to have a good lung capacity. Increase your capacity to take air in. That is the base of the fitness today. Even the sports people who want to come back, those who have not gone to gym to come back, we want to see how good the lung is today.
Brilliant. I mean, you gave a very, very important example that most important part beside the immunity and taking your vitamin D and vitamin C, which is odd rest, but biggest is concentrate on your breath. You may call it pranayam, you may call it yoga, you may call it whatever. But what needs to be done is to deep breathe regularly, ever so often. Whenever you are stressed out, most people do it subconsciously. But make a conscious effort. If you want, put a timer in your watch every half an hour, that bell which goes off and tells you that for the next 2 minutes you will do deep breathing. Am I right, Ali? Isn't that a very important
Perfect.
part?
Stretch your lungs.
Yes.
There's an animation. There's an animation also where it tells you to take the breathe in, then hold it, and then breathe out. There's an animation form. You can just practice is looking at it. It's viral in WhatsApp.
Correct. So breathing is the most important thing besides taking your medications and vitamin C, D, A, B, everything, and having a good diet. Is increase your breathing capacity. Your lungs need the capacity to fight with oxygen and your own body. Am I right, Ali?
Perfect.
And anything else? Saltwater gargling, any steam
No,
inhalation that you would
I feel at least twice a day steam, and every 2 hours if you could have a black tea or green tea or adrak wali chai, whatever you call it. So if you're regularly going to sip it every 2 hours, kill it there. COVID is going to be here first 3 4 days. Kill it there. Don't allow it to enter your lungs and
so
stretch your lungs.
yes. So you could even have regular water which you drink instead of cold refrigerated water. Have hot heated water in a small flask.
Just 2 sips. I
Correct.
don't say drink a glass or half a glass. 2 sips to kill it.
So you don't need betadine gargles and you don't need this and you don't need that. You what you need is good clean water heated in your house, regular water, more water, and maybe saltwater gargling and steam inhalation
And
twice a day.
adrak wali chai. If you are a tea drinker, then go for adrak wali chai. And night haldi doodh, turmeric and hot milk. Grandmother's recipe.
Yes. What is the basic thing that you found now in the patients who have got COVID? What is it that their lungs are the first one to get affected? Because as I tell patients,
Mobility.
yes,
Second is, yeah, first is lungs. Because when you're seeing them in the ward, it's 100, 900, 800 is their capacity of lung. Then we will be very happy when it becomes 1200. But when I'm going to see overall, the normal people are also less than 1.5 liter. So naturally, when you become a patient, you are less than 1 liter. Whereas God has provided lungs for 5 liters of air. We don't use it.
it's like the brain, which is 90% subconscious, 10% conscious. Our lungs are one third. being breathed upon. Two-thirds are lying to give you a vital capacity of 5 liters.
Abhinora from Darsmida.
So
Yeah.
true, 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 true. So
So,
great, Ali. That was your daughter from Iran. I can understand that.
yeah, just told them I'm on a webinar.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So definitely, so that's good amount of air which has to be breathed, proper diet which is important, and post COVID that you are seeing complications coming up. What is it?
Mobility.
Yeah,
Mobility. It's
yes.
we start. We were the person, the hospital which started about rehabilitation, COVID rehabilitation from the word go. When we start, Nanavati became a COVID hospital. So, especially Dr. Ansari, we could convince him that we have to start the physiotherapy. It starts from the lung rehab and then we go for the mobility. Just proning, keeping a patient. I would advise everybody now, at least lie on your stomach. Lie on your stomach for half an hour, 15 minutes, 3, 4 times a day. When you're working, I'm going to show you one position at the end to unwind. Keeping a pillow under your chest and lying on your stomach. You play with your mobile, have tea, coffee, watch television, do whatever you want in that position, at least twice a day, morning and evening for half an hour and half an hour. One, it will align your spine. And two, proning helps. There are lobes which are at the posterior of our body. They don't get oxygen too much. Still, we don't lie down on the stomach. So
So for the
proning is going to be very useful for everybody.
even now in the ICU, the intensivist tells the patients to lie prone. Now, what for the general audience? Prone means when you lie down directly with
On
your
the
face.
stomach, take a
Correct.
pillow under your chest and you are lying on the stomach
You're lying on the stomach.
and
Exactly.
a pillow under your chest. You can be on your elbows also.
So you are ventilating those part of the posterior areas of the
Posterior
lungs
side of the lungs. Yeah.
which are not getting. So all the reserve capacity or CRPF, all personnel, Jawans and Air Force, everybody comes into the picture to help you. And this is how you can yourself help fight. Fantastic ideas. What you said was excellent. More deep breathing, regular intervals, deep breathing, use vital capacity of your lung, which is already given by God to you. Lie prone, sip hot water, do stimulation. Fantastic, Ali. I mean, that's a brilliant thing to start with in the COVID era. And when it comes down to fitness, what are the other mantras? People have this swan of fitness: stretching, weights or resistance training, aerobics or cardio, and nutrition. So I would want you to establish a little more on stretching and weights beside the cardio element, because each one of them support each other. There is no one mantra for fitness. So would you expand a little more on weight training, resistance training, and stretching?
I'll go back for people who have not been doing exercises for the last 3, 4 months. Don't, because Mondays, usually, whenever we go to the hospital on Mondays, I'm talking before Corona, that's the time we have maximum patients because people on Saturdays, Sundays have gone out. They have gone to hill station or they have gone to their farmhouse or they have played in the building. And whenever they come, it's a typical history. Okay, I was playing cricket or football in my colony and I got injured. So I said, okay, they would say, okay, I used to play for my school, I used to play for my college, but that was 30 years back. So after that, suddenly when they want to go and bowl or play, they get injured. So please, those who have been resting for more than 2 months or 1 month, not doing anything, start gradually. You have to be very gradual. Whether, I don't know, if you are walking at home, climbing steps, if you have not done that, start climbing your step in your building, even if it's 2 stories or 4 stories or 6 stories, whether from down, instead of taking the elevator, go up. Maximum calories are burned when you are climbing steps. It is 2,500 calorie per hour compared to a normal walk, which is 500 calorie per hour. So get that. Two things will be known. How is your cardiac condition? If you can walk, you don't feel breathless. At least 4 stories that you go, you should not be breathless. So that means at least you are in a good condition to train or do aerobics. To start gradually with your warming up. See, when we start our car, we raise the car. Even on a scooter, we raise it. That is warming up the pistons, warming up the engine, the carburetor, and then we take off. Please, body also says that. So warm up. Warm up increases the blood circulation in all your muscles so that they can stretch. People standing somewhere, they start stretching, which is wrong. You first allow the blood to flow a little more, warm up your body, then stretching becomes easier and better. So your ligaments and muscle stretches to an extent that they don't. Why we stretch? Not to get injured, right? Now, again, stretching is to, if I divide stretching, we do an active stretching. We active, we move around, we go sideways, we touch down. That is actively you are doing it. But earlier it was, passive stretching. Either your physio or your trainer said, but today they are said it is not good. It's going out of the system, or modern medicine or recent trend in sports medicine talks about not to go for passive stretching, because there are tendency you overstretch the muscle, and when you overstretch, you injure small capillaries, small fibers, muscle that got injured, which takes much longer time to heal or put you back into that. But instead of that, we have started working on the fascia. Above our muscle, there's a fascia all over our body. So if you can, massage or blade that, there's a equipment like blade the fascia over the muscles, the results are much better. You have stretched, and especially hamstring. What first we do to stretch a hamstring? We have found a fascia. We used to play with these marbles earlier.
It is forgotten. We used to do that way back earlier on. Do you remember these marbles we used to play in the compound with? Yes.
Don't play, because the kids today don't play. So I use it on the sportsmen. If you put it under your feet at your valgus, stand on this two marble on your 2 feet just for 2 minutes. If you can't touch your foot, you will be able to touch it. So at every gym, everything. So because you have found out the right fascia, where to stretch that fascia.
Let me repeat. Valgus is the area of your feet, the central area of the feet. Yeah, that's right. That's the valgus. Little center it, Ali, little center, please. Yeah, that's the valgus. Thank you for showing that for the common man. Valgus is the area where he's saying put this little thing under your feet.
Stand on it.
In the posterior end, and if you can
Stand
do
on it.
that, yes.
Stand on it. You can stand on it. Stand on the marble. We have lost you. We have lost you, Himanshu. Are you there? I have to come again.
Doctor Saab, no. Himanshu ji will come back. You just answer me one question. I also have a question for you till Himanshu ji comes back.
Yeah.
Okay, the mask that we are wearing, people are wearing the mask too much. So body needs oxygen, and we are breathing our own carbon dioxide with the mask. So only when it's very, very urgent or necessary,
When
I
you are
think
in the crowd,
we should wear a mask. I have not worn a mask because I don't feel like wearing it.
Nanavati is doing a study on it, taking your SpO2 level through oximeter.
Yeah.
You wear your mask for half an hour and take it again, it falls. Because carbon dioxide comes back.
Some people have made the rules. They're so funny that if you're driving a car, you're supposed to wear a mask. What kind of a rule is that? I think people don't use their brains and they make such rules. So these you need to be on television and explain to people on a Republic or a Times Now. Otherwise, they're all going to come back in the hospital. They want to discuss who murdered whom, but they don't care about all this. I think this is much more important.
Unfortunate part is people have lost common sense. They are exercising in a free garden with a mask on. Now this is
please.
Then it's the worst thing to do. So we all agree totally in this that when you're in an open area, even if a COVID patient is passing by, you will not catch COVID in those 20 seconds. You have to be with a COVID. Being a doctor, we practice every single day. So we see patients and they could be positive. We don't know, every potential patient could be positive. So we keep the windows open, if at all the air conditioning on. But the most important area to be protected in COVID is the nose and the mouth. If we are with somebody, so statistically, if two people in a room wearing a mask, 99% chance that nobody will get COVID. But when you are alone, or you are cycling, or you are exercising, or you're doing anything, you don't need a mask. Am I right, Ali?
I don't know. Other than the rule of the hospital, I don't. When I enter the, I'm entering the hospital, I have to wear. In my room, I don't.
Uh,
I see my patient without mask. I don't wear gloves.
yes,
I think so. Faith is very
absolutely.
important.
Yes. I think, Dr. Saab, you please also answer one more thing, that fear. So much of fear they've put into people. I feel that is also making our immunity low. What do you think about
Hindu, you
that?
are from Bollywood. I only say one thing to them: "Jo dad gaya, wo mar gaya."
Bilkul, bilkul. I have worn the mask only once when I went on the flight. I've not worn a mask because I think that it's spoiling my health.
No, the
I will
rule.
never wear a mask.
The
Windu,
rule says
Windu,
we have
I'll
to
tell you.
obey
Yeah,
the rules of the traffic. We have to obey the rules of the country.
Yeah,
Windu, but I would recommend as a friend to you, if you are meeting anybody, or if you are passing in a crowded area, not a only closed area, wear a mask. That is
I'm not gone out.
correct.
I'm not gone
Then
out.
it's
We're
fine.
sitting
But
at
the
home.
message to be conveyed to the common man is, when we are having other kind of people who are attending, if you are meeting
Yeah,
people on your own, you don't need a mask in your car or in your house or in your terrace or in your garden. But if you are meeting
absolutely.
somebody, it is always safer to have a mask if it is a closed room. Ideally,
Definitely.
ideally
So if
have.
you're in the train, in the bus, you have to wear a mask. 100%.
Correct, 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 correct.
Uh, uh.
So, what about the muscle loss that we have encountered, Ali? How can we? People talk about, some people only on nutrition, some go on heavy training, but they don't have enough protein. What is the minimum amount of protein that is required for a vegetarian? How will we get it for a vegetarian?
It all depends how much you work out. So I said one, start going back, because I'm sure the first 2 months everybody was obeying. They were at home. Many the reverse way, I would say, many complain that they have put on weight because they have not done the activities or exercises. All the pulses for a vegetarian, pulses, any type of dal is protein in an indirect form, if not direct. Then egg has got high amount of protein. So those who are vegetarian and even not having eggs, they should rely, one pulse should be part of the diet for it. Soya has high protein. I would not recommend any of the powders which are being used or supplements which are being given, because we don't know the contents. So you have to start back gradually, not to hurry up to come back in the peak performance, whatever you were doing. If you think you have lost 6 months and within 1 month you want to gain back, I could do this, I could lift so much, I cannot do now. No, please, you will enjoy yourself and you'll get back 6 months again more. So be very gradual. Start with your cardiac. Keep walking upstairs, even if you can't go to a gym. Climb steps. It's a very good exercise. After eating, you can just walk at home also in your own house room. You can keep walking. Idea is to take your heart rate level up more than keeping it between 130 and 150 is a good for aerobics.
For how much time? 130 to 150 on an
At
average,
least,
three
see,
times a
the
week.
first up to 40 minutes you're burning your carbohydrate, so you have
Correct.
to cross 40 minutes. If you can do
Correct.
it at 1 hour, nothing like it. But
So,
I'll give you one mantra today where we fail. Suppose you are swimming or you're running, you are jogging, you are on a treadmill, whatever. You do it for 40-45 minutes or 1 hour. So body finishes anywhere between 35 to 40 minutes, your carbs gets over. So body goes in a search of carbs. The only place they can find carbs is in the fat. Body doesn't store anything other than fat. There's a limit amount of carb, limit amount of protein, but fat they can store any amount. So what do you do after? What is a biggest most of the sportsmen or gym goers do? As soon as they finish their gym work, they want to have a big glass of protein shake or something. That's wrong. You have to come back home, take your shower, relax. If you have worked at least 1 hour, leave that 1 hour for the body to start eating away the fat. So your fat gets burned after any activities. If you have perspired, you have really worked hard, whether it was 2 hours, 2.5 hours, leave that next 1 hour. Be very slow to get. You can have hot water, you can have green tea, but don't eat anything. Don't go for shakes. Don't go for protein. Neither go for carbohydrate. Neither go for fat. Just don't have anything for an hour. And by the time you have taken a shower and relax after an hour, and then you eat, you will see that's the time where your fat has really burnt.
oh, fantastic. I think that one of the best tips you have given to all the health goers, because in the gym, I see everybody, the moment they are out of the gym, they have that bottle and they are shaking vigorously and having it. So
That's why they're not losing what they have to.
correct, correct. Very, very, very vital point that you're saying. The fat burning is happening after the first 40 minutes. The carbs have been burned, and that is what is important that we need to take care of that. And the muscle proteins will develop if you do it the right way, the diet which has to be eaten. We don't need a fancy diet. We don't need too many supplements. Your regular diet, but eating the right way is most important. Am I right?
Uh, yes, again, for what? See, diet, I will always say for what you are eating. Either you are you what do you want to eat for reducing weight? Do you want to eat for being a better sportsman, more endurance? Whether you want to eat to put on weight, so it differs. So you have to go tell the which category you want to fall, and then the diet changes. Then you may be having nowadays it is hypertension, then diabetes, which I follow very regularly, the DIP diet of Dr. Biswarup Roy. Fantastic results. So he always claims to be you can have fruits till afternoon, 12 o'clock. Get up in the morning, start eating fruits, any amount, minimum 1% of your body weight. And then your lunch is A and B. A will be 0.5% of your body weight salads, and B is whatever you want to eat. Similarly, in the evening, A is salad, 0.5% of your body weight, and B is whatever you want to eat. And you should be off milk, dairy products. It's a big science coming behind it. I was just reading a book, and it says about that cow doesn't give milk for us. It was for the calf. So we cheat. Yeah, human beings, you can cheat anything to anybody. We can make a snake dance and earn money through it. So we can do anything.
Very, very important, Ali. Now that you are saying, let me explain, friends, viewers. We are having the next show next week by none other than the chief of Sharan, Dr. Nandita, who will be talking to us about how
Nandita
milk.
Shah.
Yes, yeah.
Ah,
So I'm calling her next week for the same milk and milk
very good.
products. So
People should listen, especially all the senior citizens should listen to have a healthy life.
yes, 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 yes. So very, very important point which you. But Ali, you are a foodie guy. Yeah. Come on, how do you manage not to eat? Come on, man.
I used to, but when I touched 90, I took a decision. Either I leave it and let me cross 100, or I get back to my normal weight. So I took the other way to come back to my normal weight. So I am only on fruits until afternoon. So if you come to my hospital before 12,
Coconut water.
yeah,
And fruits.
that's my first thing in the morning. I drink a coconut water and start eating fruits till 12. And after 12, I'll have a cup of tea or some. There also black tea. No, I'm off dairy products. So no curd, no ice cream. So
Since
it
when,
helps.
Ali? I don't know.
I've come down with all my tablets. I don't have that thing for the cardiologist. I'm on no tablet for my
Ali,
BP.
Ali, how long have you been of milk and milk products? And tell me the real difference. You are the candidate with intelligence, with physiotherapy background, and being a doctor. Tell me what difference it made in your life with stopping milk
I
and milk
sleep
products.
better. I work better. I'm more energetic. I can climb a hospitals whenever I'm call on the fourth floor. I don't take an elevator. I can run up. I don't even have to walk. I run up.
Brilliant, brilliant. So it did make a difference, and you
Yeah.
you, you second that opinion.
And I've kept that badam milk. So whenever I miss, I take the badam milk and put a banana or chiku in it and have a milkshake.
Okay. Ali, once back, I'll go back to those marbles of yours. I love
Yeah.
your practical thing which you gave. So just put it in the plantar fascia area, on that valgus
I'll
area.
stand and show you. I want to stand
Yes,
on it and show
yes,
you.
I want because this is how the fascia can get liberated. All the pain with the shoes, people have the worst thing is have the worst kind of footwear. A lot of people that we see have backache problems because of a wrong footwear and the chairs.
I'm going to show. See, when we finish our talk at the end, because I'll have to move my
Yeah,
camera. I will show you all two exercises: standing on the marble and lying down. I call it unwinding, morning and evening unwinding. And this exercise is going to anybody who complains about neck, back, alignment of the spine. And this is the exercise. I'm doing it maybe for the last 19 years, and I'm not been complaining about my neck or back problem. And I tell to all my patients.
Well,
so tell me something, Ali. With respect, you've been with the cricket team now. Give us some insight about the guys whom you trained. They must be how naughty were they in the dark room there. And how was the team? The cricket team between 87 97 was a totally different team. And I can imagine what you've seen inside out. You've seen Gavaskar, you've seen Azharuddin, you've seen Sachin growing. Give us some insight, some good story and experience you had with Sachin and Azhar or whoever that you were training.
See, maybe earlier the system of having a physiotherapist with them, warming up, stretching, all that was not there. I was hearing from seniors for them warming up was knocking the bat with the ball. Somebody was throwing and you were knocking, and the bowlers were bowling at a wall. So that was they used to consider as warming up. But a very good part about sports nowadays is a sportsman enters a team fully fit. I was still in an era where we found a good talent and then we had to work on the fitness. So they remain in the team. We didn't want to lose them, right? I would not name cricketers, but there were players when we were saying that they were retiring. They felt that there are 8 cameras on them and they cannot chase the ball, so it was embarrassment. Right? It's not that they were bad in the batting or bowling, but they felt they were unfit. They cannot carry themselves. So, but today you find them super fit. Not only fit, they're super fit. They're in the team with super fitness.
What is it that you saw the spark in Sachin when he was young? What did you see was different in him than a lot of other people?
I feel hard work, one man army and hard work. He, he used to say that he used to cycle down from Bandra East to Shivaji Park ground and cycle back to for his practice. So and hard work. He was for him eating, sleeping, everything was cricket.
So everything was cricket, and he was sleeping,
Passion
eating,
was
breathing.
cricket, I would say. Yeah.
Great. And you have had very nice interaction. Shahrukh trusts you a lot. How is he as a human being? You treated him and you know him as a human being. I would not want on everybody knows about his
I
actor
don't
part.
have to say what all he has done for Nanavati says everything. He has made the children's ward there. He has
Thanks to
named
you.
after
Thanks to
Mother
you for that.
Teresa.
Yeah. So he
He has,
donated a lot of money for the ward, pediatric ward. Yes.
but this is after he became a star. But when he was just becoming a star, when he had to give interview, he used to ask the press people to go and come and donate something to Nanavati. So I've seen receipts of 200 rupees and 500 rupees to be has been donated in. I'm talking about 88, 89, donated in Nanavati, and he used to give an interview with some amount that they had paid to Nanavati as a donation.
Brilliant. That's a different side that people are not aware of. That's
And we saw the Kaun Banega Karodpati's Karod coming to the hospital. So the other end from 200, 500 to a crore.
wow.
So
Wow.
he has to be a good
Great
human
guy.
being.
Yeah.
Yes. And Vidhu is here. His father. You have some sweet memories about his father also.
Uh,
Yeah.
but very simple, down to earth. And as a kid, we used to see him one of the best wrestler in the world.
Dara
And
Singh. People he's
he's
referring to
so
Dara Singh.
down to earth. He was so down to earth. You know, it was a feat to watch a person who could defeat anybody and then is listening to you. Whatever you say, is doing whatever you said. Yes, I
And
remember well.
yes. A lot of police people come with injuries also to you. I've
For me,
seen that.
police and army are national property. They can come anytime.
Correct.
Whether at 2 at night, anytime they call me, I tell them one thing: we sleep at home peacefully because y'all are awake.
Brilliant.
You should respect them. That's minimum I can do for them.
Yeah. So that's why they all trust and come to you, and I can see them regular. The Lal Batti is parked there, and you're looking after them.
At present, we have an officer. Yeah, he has sprained his ankle. He had fall from a height, and we are treating him. He's so happy. On third day, we made him walk without the stick and all. So he's very happy.
What have you seen is the evolution of fitness overall in mankind, and I mean in the population as such. There is a lot of awareness in the urban areas about fitness. A lot of clubs have opened up, gyms have opened up. Every single day, Bombay Times is pushing in people's mind the BT culture of diet and whatever kind of exercises and all. Tell me what changed, what is left, what is desired in a normal person to be remaining
I
fit.
still, I still feel if we go back in life and we don't have washing machines and machine to sweep our floor and take all the dirt. If we can wash our own clothes, put it on the dryer, then iron our clothes, sit down and wash it. Their exercises what earlier they were doing. And there was a nice study. One of my PhD students from Pune did a study: urban woman versus rural woman. So we had taken women working in rural areas where they were doing washing their own clothes, farming, going and helping in the farm. They were fitter than the normal people of the city who were gym goers. Ladies who were in a city, Pune city, and they should go to gym. I compared them with the rural ladies who were only doing the household work and the farm work. They were fitter. So I feel let's not blame that awareness has come. Awareness has come to the urban people who are not doing exercise, who want to sit below the house in the car and get down somewhere. But you see people who are traveling by train, the platforms, that steps that they have to take up, down, fast to make it to the train, or they are late to work, that they're running. I feel again that class is fitter than people who go by car and get down in front of the office, take an elevator, and come back home and take an elevator. So it all depends. I say something, you take 1,000 rupees every morning and you walk out of the house. By evening, you spend only 500, 600 rupees. End of the month, you have saved something. So we are nowadays having 3,000 calorie food. We are not supposed to be having 3 meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It has to be two. We have to skip one of it. And I will not say that skip the breakfast. So breakfast is a must because we have rested. Breakfast is very important. I always say that have breakfast alone. Don't let anybody disturb you. Have lunch with your friend, share it, and have dinner with your enemy so it doesn't allow you to eat.
But good. Now that you mentioned this, the latest fad is right now intermittent fasting, 16 hours of not eating and
Yeah.
8 hours.
Perfect.
So
Perfect.
explain to
I
me
can.
now that breakfast will be gone in that case.
No, no, no. It's not that you can have up to 50, 60 calories. You can have something like you can have your nariyal pani and again go till 11, 12 o'clock. So when you get up in the morning, you can have something. You can have your and any of water is allowed. But that 6 hours of window that you are allowed to eat. I have a friend who has lost 27 kgs
Yeah.
in 6 hours window. 27 kg, no medication now. Totally off medication. Nothing. He was on 8 tablets a day, different, but no tablets. So intermittent fasting came by this Japanese who got the Nobel Prize, and it's something similar. Himanshu, I always say that month of Ramadan for Muslims, 14 hours of fasting. So maybe it was made for something similar, but it's reverse. Here you use your night for sleeping. So eat early. Jainism is the best way of eating. You have to eat before sunset. And next day, when you morning you get up, you can have a nariyal pani, you can have a fruit. Go ahead till 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and then start your eating window. Finish it by 6 o'clock in the evening. 6 o'clock off, you can have water, you can keep sipping water. Get up in the morning, you have a small window of 50 to 60 calories. You can have something. I say have 7 badam soaked in water so your memory remains intact. Have a nariyal pani.
Ali, one of the other problems is with increased usage of computer, laptop, iPad, and all that, people are
Oh,
totally
you
stuck
should
on.
be the happiest person in the world
I am,
now.
I am, I am. My work has
Yes,
increased 2000%.
yes, because I saw the rates of the seats. First, orthopedic was the highest bidders, for going for orthopedic. Then I saw people going to become, they all went towards skin to become cosmetologists and all that. Then came the radiologists. But now I say for the next at least 50 years, it will be ophthalmology.
So Ali, a corollary to that, the potholes in Mumbai were sponsored by orthopedic surgeons. You so the
Now,
corona is sponsored by.
should I say the digital system has been sponsored by all the ophthalmologists?
Corona is sponsored by ophthalmologists.
So people go on the screen more. They are
But
using
but
more.
yeah, if you let jokes apart, but believe me, this is the biggest pandemic side effect of this pandemic right now. Being an ophthalmologist, everybody's screen time has come to 14 hours out of 16 to 18 waking hours.
Oh, very well.
Unbelievable. Office 12 hours, phone, Instagram, and then Netflix. Every human being. I've taken a statistics. I'll send you
Yeah,
the
very bad.
send it to your department. It's unbelievable what is happening. I'm starting something very important on that also. If you see that mirror, what you're seeing, the wisdom reflected, that is a very
Yeah,
major
yeah.
part on that is for awareness in this time that how we are unfortunately sliding into that. It's like sitting on a wrong chair and slide down and your back is gone. You are sliding into a disaster. You're asking for a disaster in different form.
But
Thanks,
we
Ali.
want to learn from you what exercise or what food will be good for the supplement for good eyesight, because we are all going to get it, especially children. I'm worried about the children.
I totally couldn't agree more with.
Himanshu, I do camps at rural areas, and we go to Lonavala Municipal School, 4,000 kids. And I'll tell you that at least 15% of them need glasses. Either they are poor, either there are no doctors going there, and we can only do the screening. We screen them and we come to know they are a right candidate to go and see an ophthalmologist.
Let me make it more statistically easier for you, Ali. The statistics in urban or rural area remain the same. You don't get glasses because of your poor diet or television. You get glasses because it's a hereditary factor. Except we are overdiagnosed in Mumbai and urban areas and extremely underdiagnosed in the rural areas. Like earlier, then parents had 10 children, 15 children, they were underdiagnosed. They had squints. A lot of them people lost their eye. So the statistics remain the same. I have taken statistics in a classroom of say fourth standard, fifth standard. Two-third have a number, out of which 10 to 15% are wearing, rest are having but not wearing, and rest one-third are not aware that they are having. So you realize by Gaussian curve, majority of the population has a number. Only a few minority don't have a number. If this is the law, we make it and tell every children to get themselves examined from the time they are 4 years old before school time. So this is just, I'll have an update on my own, but I want to have more things from you, Ali. You being a foodie, you having exercises and during otherwise. So office goers, how should be sitting, what kind of chair and what kind of footwear that you would like to recommend?
Footwear, I would not name any company, but put your leg inside. If it is comfortable for you, that's the right footwear. Footwear doesn't have a mark and a size. Again, we are wrongly said, I'm 8. Your 8 wearing a formal shoes and a 8 sport shoes will be different. So always put your feet into a shoe, walk few steps. If it's comfortable, that's your size and that's your shoe. Yes, you can think about the the cushion of the shoes. If it is air cushion, much better. So when you're running on a hard ground, that air takes some of the cushioning as far as footwear is concerned. But not any company or not, I would not say the size also.
Just to let you know, one more question. Why am I asking this? Because the chair, everybody in the office uses a chair which is
Okay.
curved ulta.
Yeah, I would say a very simple thing, chair. The first thing in the old days, whenever there was a table, there was a sheet, a wooden plank there where you should rest your leg on it. So
Correct.
I call it the angle of your knee has to be higher than the angle of your hip. So when you are sitting, if you keep your leg on something, it's higher. And I say that even for your bathrooms, for your toilets, those who are regularly sitting on English toilet, there are nice stools available now, a small thing in front of you. You have to keep your leg on that. So as soon as your angle of your knee goes higher, your flow is better. It makes tremendous difference. So in office also, if you see, I have a small thing which I keep it under my table. It's an
So
equipment. I keep my leg on it.
for the benefit of the listeners, I'll repeat in a simple word. Small stool which doesn't cost much. You could have your heels elevated from whichever chair that you are sitting, so that the direction of the pelvis and the knees changes, and it will be better for your back and your circulation. Am I right, Ali?
Perfect.
Okay,
There are stool. Keep a small stool in front of below your table. So keep your leg on it.
brilliant. That is so very important. Simple
Your
thing like.
backache, it helps your back problem, and you will find that comfort. And a small pillow always behind helps you sit straight. Our postures are very important. I've always said the right posture is take a deep breath. Now hold the posture and breathe normally. That's the posture you require. But I'm going to show you one exercise to unwind all your hot postures.
सो HDFC का ऐड है ना, वो सर उठा के जियो, तो छाती निकाल के जियो। विद्यु तो चलता है तो ऐसा बड़ा है वो, उसका छाती 56 इंच का
He
छाती
does
निकाल के
not
चलता है
need.
विद्यु।
He's fit.
Good. Brilliant. Would you like to show us that exercise which you are
Yep.
telling us, Ali?
Yep.
Thanks for doing it so practically. Thanks, Ali.
This is the project. I'm lying on my stomach.
Right,
See the pillow here.
right.
I can play with my mobile, laptop. I can have a tea, coffee. I can put my hand under my chin. I'm there. You can do whatever you want. Just lie like this, half an hour morning and evening, you are unwinding. And again, very good for COVID. You're proning.
Correct. So for
All
all
a prone
these,
position.
for cervical muscles, for the back, for the thoracic area, and for the lungs, what you are seeing during COVID time, this is one of the best postures you can have. Half an hour morning, half an hour evening. Am I right, Ali?
Perfect. Work, you will not be bored because telling people to do exercise, they get bored. So I put them in this position. I say them, you watch TV, talk on your phone, play with your mobile, have tea, coffee, do whatever you want. You can do writing also. Do whatever in this position. So you are not bored.
What a simple, common sense stuff that you told in the last 2 minutes.
It is unwinding of your postures. I'll show you the second one about the marble.
Yes, yes, yes. But brilliant. Vidhu, isn't it so simple? Simple thing which he has mentioned, common
बिल्कुल.
sense, keeping a stool under your leg and lying down, which can just change the whole scenario. Fantastic.
Okay,
Yes, yes,
back with the marble.
yes.
I'm going to keep the marble at, is it seen?
No, not seen.
Okay, I'll put the other way.
You can change the camera the other side. Ali, you can change the camera on the other side, please.
I'm doing that.
Okay. No, I can see your face.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. You see the two marbles?
Yes.
Now see where my leg comes.
Right. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the other one.
Right.
I'm going to just stand like this
For 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Wow. And it is not painful. You don't get
No,
pain.
initial, the first 15 second, you can say you have to get used to it. For first 15-20 seconds, it's going to be painful.
Interesting. And what does this do? The plantar
There's a
fascia?
fascia we found.
Yes.
There's a fascia we found at the valgus.
Yes.
Got it.
There's a
Done.
fascia at the valgus. Now, if that fascia gets stimulated, see, it's a big science. It takes a long time to explain everything about fascia, what all fascia can do. Above our muscles, all over our body, there's a fascia which controls our whole musculoskeletal system. So when you stimulate that lightly, there are two types of massage. When you do a massage, people reach the muscle level. So if you don't reach the muscle level, and if you can only stimulate the fascia, the results are much better. So here we only stimulate the fascia, we don't reach the muscle. And it immediately relieves your back muscles, your gluteal muscle, and your hamstring. So the best way is you bend forward to touch your toes and see where you reach. Stand on the marble for 2 minutes and go down again, and you'll find a huge difference.
Wow.
Because we have stimulated. So now there are other fascias we have found out which we try to stimulate with the tennis ball. So there are other joints where we keep the tennis ball. Again, we can stimulate that muscles. It's like rubbing a ball on for, you can say that tennis elbow, the brachioradialis muscle, if you can release it, right? Yeah. So it is there. Then there are, yes, I've shown you all that exercises. There are other rollers that have come. This rollers, when you roll on your muscle, this actually stimulates the fascia. You don't reach the muscle level, right? You can do it on any muscle, your quadriceps, hamstring, calf muscle. So the science is bringing on better results, which really people wanted to know. Not that akhada system of earlier, even if you were injured, you have injured your meniscus or anything, akhada wala used to put a lot of oil and massage it, and whatever they could damage, they would damage it and then send you back home. No, now we are understanding, today's science understands body better, the joints better, and we want to be allowing nature to do most of the work.
What about the lower back? People have problem. A lot of people who are office
This
work.
exercise, what I show you in lying down,
Right, right, right.
including the pain coming down, the disc pain or the sciatica pains, you
Sciatica
will
pain,
find it
exactly.
much better.
Right.
You
So
will
that
find
that's
the difference. I feel this is a position where the disc goes back. I'm not saying goes back means 100%,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
even if it goes back 10%, you have relieved of the pain.
And the paraspinals become stronger, no? By doing this
Yeah,
for half
by
an hour,
this
morning, evening,
yes.
over a period of time, the paraspinals will become
We
stronger
need.
to help you.
See, tell me, we get up in the morning, we are brushing, we bend forward.
Everything is
Then we
forward.
are working, we are bending forward. We are driving, we are bending forward. Then we sleep also one side, we cuddle and sleep. We never do anything to unwind your spine, to straighten. We have to understand from our brain, the spinal cord running through the vertebrae, they only keep bending. How much to stretch them? We never do anything to unwind them. So this exercise was to unwind.
Fantastic, fantastic. Thanks, Ali. Thanks for all these inputs that we have had. It has been wonderful time being with you and understanding so much about everything. And this is how you are still the lovable guy. Always, everybody loves to meet, even when they are not a patient. They love coming and meeting. And of course, all the pretty girls are always there, Bindu. They are always around him. Now that's the big thing that we are very jealous about. But great, Ali, always humble, fantastic. Thank you for being with us and sharing your knowledge, your huge knowledge that you have, and always a low profile. Bindu, anything you would like to
I
talk about Ali on a personal note?
thank you.
What do I say? I say he's a magician. He's not just a doctor. We trust him blindly. I can just give him a call and tell him this is my problem, and I don't even need to go to Nanavati, and he can just tell me do this, and the next day is gone. So he's a magician for us, and we love him. And God bless him with a long life. I just want to know, Doctor Saab, one more thing. That people tell me that Bindu, you should do something. When you're brushing all the time with your this hand, try and do it also with this. So what about that technology? Is it there? Is it valid? Does it make any sense? Because people say you should try and use the other part of your body also. Because don't do it all your life. Same thing. इसमें है कोई value?
Don't bother about it.
Correct, correct.
Okay, don't bother.
We always have even if I ask you to do hopping, you will lift your one leg up, the other one is
Okay,
stronger. That's a
and you
dominating
are
leg, a dominating hand.
okay, and you are recommending this 16-hour diet that
Oh,
the people are doing because I've seen so many people getting a very wonderful result, but I don't understand how can a person keep them
what you have to
hungry.
use, both you are using your eyes, your ears, your leg, your hand. What you have to use, you are using it. Don't bother about which one.
Okay, forget that. But this 16-hour diet you are recommending,
No, you start with 12 hours. Don't go. You won't do 16 first.
I am not doing. But
Do
I
it.
have seen many of my
You
friends do it.
you start from 9 to 9. Eat at 9 and eat at 9 in the morning. Then keep
Okay.
reducing. Yeah,
Bindu, I'll tell
then
you
it's
something.
easier.
Bindu, I'll
Uh-huh.
tell you something more on that. There's a famous statement by a very intelligent dietitian. She said,
Yeah.
if there was one plan fits all, we'll all be jobless. So, what worked for somebody, never expect it'll work for you. You have your own
Yeah.
poison, you're remaining your fitness. So, there are various fads. The Atkins diet came, the keto diet came. This will
Yeah.
also find its day. You had then every 2 hourly eating. Remember
Yeah.
so
Five times.
yes. So we have gone through everything. We have gone through the full cycle. So let's not forget that what works for you is what works for everybody. This is the latest fad, phagocytosis. Autophagos, which is why those dead cells and your recovery time. Well, what work if it works for you? Fantastic. One of the basic thing for Jadias is that you don't eat for 14 hours. So that itself was the most important part. A lot of people just keep munching something and the coke is coming in or some sweets on the way or a samosa on the way. Now suddenly you have piled up 1000 extra calories for without even knowing. So I think that's what works more than anything else. I mean, after reading a lot on diet and meeting a lot of dietitians, I wouldn't say that is one thing. It works very well in quite a few people. Latest fad, does it work in everybody? Be careful. So we have to find our own poison. That's something very important with respect to that. And yes, so thanks, Ali. Thanks for being with us and sparing your valuable time. We'll call you back and catch you ever so often when we want to remember fitness and be with us. Thanks very much, and thanks
Thank
everybody
you.
for
God
joining the
bless
show.
everybody. And I would always say, keep fighting the COVID. One day it will go.
Yes, one day it'll go, and we are bigger than COVID, way bigger than that.
A
Don't lose
simple
hope.
example, Himanshu, simple example.
Yes,
If you know somebody can enter your window, break your window and come in, you will grill it. We need to grill our body by high immunity. Good vitamin D3, which will come from shenga or drumsticks, If you are non-veg, go for your paya soup. Vidhu would love that.
I
Paya soup has a very high vitamin D
Yeah.
and vitamin C, whether it's orange, limbu, sweet lime, pineapple, they all are vitamin C, have a part of vitamin C from that. D will come from paya or drumstick soup, or put it in your dal or curry or sambar. It's very important. Deep breathing increase your vital capacity. That's the main thing which all we of us, especially Indians, are suffering of. All the best. God bless everybody. Thank
Thank
you,
you very much.
Himanshu.
Thank
Lovely.
you so much, everyone.